What's up, everyone? What is going on? Welcome back again to Snug Wrestling. I am Edgar. I'm the host of this. Today, Cody Rhodes is the talk of the town again. A lot of people have been saying that he's boring now. And now, even good old Dave Meltzer, Uncle Dave, had a lot to say about that. He's claiming he made some harsh claims about the WWE champion Cody Rhodes, and we're going to be going over that and so much more here today. Special guest with us today, the Heel 916. And I'm going to be honest, dude, when I saw your name, Heel 916, I was like, dope, this guy's from my hometown. That's our area code 916. Um, but then we found out that you're from the East Coast, which is also cool.
Yeah,
So
I'm a
what's
New
up, man?
Yorker, man.
Welcome,
I'm from
welcome.
Brooklyn. The 916 is actually my birthday. So
September
it's
16th.
September 16th. So that's where the 916 comes from.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, September. What are we, Libras? I'm the 29th of September, so
Okay,
that's
my
dope.
daughter's a Libra. I'm a Virgo child. So Libras and Virgos,
Oh,
we
okay.
match.
See,
We right
see,
here.
I'm not an expert when it comes to like what are they called, the zodiac signs or none of that
Yeah,
stuff.
so I'm not really into it either. But you find some similarities though. So, it's a little bit to it, you
Right
know.
on. Yeah, dude. So you're from Brooklyn, right?
Yes, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Right on, man. So welcome to Snug Wrestling. Glad to have you on.
Thank you for
And
having me.
for sure, dude. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about what you've been doing over there on your channels, on your TikTok and stuff?
Well, right now, I just keep it simple. As a wrestling fan, you can follow me on X, YouTube, and TikTok as the Hill 916. And I'm just pretty much just giving my small takes. Um, a few years ago, I would do large videos on YouTube, but I stopped because I don't really have a good setup. I just
Mhm.
now started to make some room to potentially have a streaming channel. But I've just been keeping it short and simple, just giving my take and just enjoying being a wrestling fan, especially right now where everything's going on with Cody coming on board, being a champion, Roman's crazy run. It's just been a good time, man. And you know how crazy they could get. So sometimes it's just fun just getting in between the
Get in
the
between
little
all the
wars.
drama.
Yeah, it takes it back a little bit to back in the day with the Monday Night War stuff. We haven't had any type of real major.
Competition.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's all in
Yeah.
fun,
Hell yeah,
and
it
I
is all
don't
in
hate
fun.
and I don't hate AEW the way everyone else does, even though I don't watch it. I
How's that
see,
though? How can you not
but
hate something? I bet you if
because
you watched it, you probably would hate it. No, I'm kidding.
no, I done check. Trust me, I done watched it a few times. I don't hate it, don't necessarily like it, but what I think people need to understand, I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
Mm.
And even though it's been around for how many years? Like 6, 7? How many years
I
it's
think
been
it's like
around?
6 now.
6.
Yeah.
We need to understand that it's still early. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? It's still so early. Um, and I think with Tony Khan and his money, they're not going to go anywhere. So I believe there will be
Mhm.
a time when they get their run.
When they get
I
their
believe
shit
it's going to
together.
have, yeah, they're going to get their shit together, or they may just have that one signing. Like how WCW had Goldberg. You never know. They may just have that one person like, okay, and the eyes may just turn on over there because he may just be that good. I just don't see them right now. They look
Mhm.
like shit because the WWE is just on fire right now. It's like no one
Mhm.
could compete. But I'm not down on them. And AEW, I mean, that is an actual competition. It's not competition, but it is an alternative. And I
Mhm.
don't believe it's going anywhere, regardless of how hot the WWE is. I think they're one signing away from potentially, doing their thing, man.
So is that like a choice thing, or are you just like way too busy during the week that you can't catch all the wrestling like AEW?
It's pretty much a choice because it's not too much that I enjoy, but the things
Mm.
I do enjoy, I follow up, with YouTube and everything, like Tony Storm and Swerve. I love them too, especially
Mhm.
Tony Storm. watching her career and watching her be able to do what she's done.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's in small doses now, but I believe
Mm-hmm.
we're going to get more Tony Storms, more swerves, more free agents that could actually do something, and maybe more people from other promotions that could do something. I think it's just a matter of time because as
Mm-hmm.
hot as the WWE is, we all know how it goes. It's all about momentum. You know, the WWE has been hot, white hot, plenty of times, and sunk right back down. You know,
Yeah.
so I definitely, as long as the game is healthy, like Cody Rhodes said, as long as you got wrestlers that could feed their family more now, if they're not signed with WWE, it's a good thing. And that
Mm-hmm.
gives wrestlers confidence. That gives wrestlers. We just had a whole shitload of wrestlers fired. So that's new
Yeah.
potential, you know. And I want to see what Jinder Mahal may do. I actually enjoy Jinder Mahal's championship run a little bit. So I'm pretty sure he's going to pop up in
Yeah,
maybe
see,
AEW.
I never really liked Jinder Mahal like that up until like not that long ago, and then when he started to grow on me, boom, he gets let go, and it's like, ah, fuck, you know?
I'm big on presentation. Like when I was a kid, the thing that drew me into wrestling was the characters and the drama. And to me, with Jinder, he may have not been the best wrestler because everybody judges the wrestling. But I just thought when he was the champion and we used to come out with the Singh brothers, he just had
Yeah,
such a dope presentation to me. I thought he was cool as fuck, bro.
yeah,
Um, I mean, I'm not going to compare him to like the Cenas or whatnot, but I thought he had the potential to really have longevity as a top guy, high mid level guy. You know what I'm saying? And I
yeah,
still think he has that. You know what I mean?
yeah. Looking back at
Cosby
it now,
McIntyre.
looking back at it now, it was like one of those things that like I kind of underestimated because like during that time in that moment, I was like, man, I can't believe that this fool's a champion right now. But then like hindsight being 2020, I look back and it's like, oh fuck, that was actually pretty good, you know?
And in wrestling um with foreign characters, you always need those. And especially now they always going abroad and stuff. Like having gender as a maybe not the top hill, but just a good hill you could count on, like for certain baby faces, like Cody now.
Mhm.
Jinder would be a nice, he's not going to beat him, but it'd be a nice, fun filler feud. Like if he was still presented as he was when he was the champion, you
Yeah,
know.
because they can have a good program, they can have good promos, you know, it'll
Yeah,
be interesting.
right. Absolutely. But back to what you said about Cody being boring.
Hmm.
He just came off one of the biggest feuds with the biggest wrestler in the world.
Hmm.
He finally beat the story. He finished the story. I'm
Hmm.
not going to say he's boring, but this is what I expected to happen. You understand?
Yeah, yeah,
Because when you beat someone like Roman Reigns, no one has been built like Roman. No
mm-mm.
one.
Yeah.
So you beat him. There's
What's
nobody.
next? Yeah.
What's next? So even though
Yeah.
AJ Styles, we love him, nobody really believes he's going to win. But
Mhm.
I think it's cool. Just Cody just being Cody. That's just he's a baby face, a pure baby face at that. I think we are forgetting that
Yeah.
because everyone wants to be in that gray area. Everybody wants to be the baby face, but still have those heelish qualities to still be cool with the it crowd on the IWC, but still have the babies and kids like you. Cody is pure, 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 pure. And with a pure baby face, at times you're going to be a little boring because he has morals. You know what I mean? He's not trying to be edgy if it's not warranted. Like WrestleMania build up, for example, he had to bring out a little edginess. It was
Mhm.
warranted, but that's not him. He cries a lot.
Yeah.
He's emotional. You know what I'm saying? But that's
Yeah.
cool. He it gets a little corny, but it's real. So I
Mhm.
respect it. And we haven't
Yeah.
had a real
It's
babyface champion
believable.
since. It's very believable.
Yeah.
It's honest. Like, it's him.
Yeah.
It's him. And that's what wrestling been missing with Roman with this great run. We've been missing a nice babyface champion. You saw those kids crying when The Rock was tearing them up backstage. You know,
Mhm.
ain't no kids
Yeah.
crying for Seth.
Yeah, so Dave Meltzer, he weighed in on that too. Adding more fuel to the fire of Cody Rhodes' title reign, not living up to expectations, and pretty much he said, and I don't know what his sources are because he never reveals his sources. No one knows where the fuck he gets this information from, mostly.
Yeah, that's good
But
old
he's
Dave.
like, and I got the quote here. Actually, let me pull this up so there's no confusion as to what he was trying to say. Dave Meltzer. Um, Here it goes. Cody Rhodes has no real big time direction until The Rock and Roman Reigns are back in the picture. The other biggest star on the brand is Randy Orton, but they're doing nothing to tease anything in that direction. So, how do you
That's
feel
how it's
about
supposed
that?
to be. That's what it's supposed to be. Like what they expect every feud to be WrestleMania level. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it has to be
yeah,
some filler. It has to be some filler. So when The Rock does show back up,
yeah.
be ready for it. You know
You
what
know
I'm
what?
saying? Be ready for it.
Yeah, I do. And I agree with you 100% because, and this goes back, and you're probably not familiar with this because you don't really watch AEW as much as I do. What they do over there is they try to make every main event or every championship match feel like, this is a dream match. This is like
Match.
a 5-star match. This is like the best thing in the world. And after a while, it's like, I don't even give a shit anymore.
Because that's where the disconnect comes in. Because it's like, listen, great wrestling, the great matches is supposed to be the icing on the cake. That's not just supposed to be it. You know what I mean? Like with
Mhm.
me, like I told you when I was young, what drove me in was the characters. I
Mhm.
didn't really care about a good match, but I would love a good match if it told a great story. If it
Mm.
was just a great match for the sake of having a great match, I didn't give a fuck at all. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? It's about the characters. You have to actually care and invest, whether you love one person or you just hate one. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like Floyd Mayweather, for instance. Some people just want to see him lose. You know what
Right.
I mean? So it's the same with wrestling. You have to invest yourself either by liking or hating. If you just got two good guys who you know can go in a predetermined sport at that, because we are smart fans. So you can't really go off that. It has to be story. And I
And
think that's where the disconnect between AEW and WWE is happening like right now.
yeah,
Because
and
they
I don't
act
know.
like they don't need it. The
Yeah,
story.
and I don't know, and maybe you can share your thoughts on Uncle Dave over here, but I think this is a perfect example of why, a lot of people say that he's on that AEW payroll because
Oh,
you would think that someone who's been in the wrestling business, if Dave Meltzer claims to be in the wrestling business for so long, it's been over 30 years, you would think he would know this by now. Like just something that, just regular wrestling fans like me and you, we,
yeah.
we pretty much already debunked that whole theory of his.
Yeah.
And it's like he should know this by now, but he's still going out of his way to write shit like this.
You know why? Honestly, I believe because I don't think anyone's seen this WWE boom happening. When AEW conceived itself, WWE was kind of shitty. And they was like
Mm-hmm.
super sports entertainment, corny
Yeah.
storylines. Vince was running it. So they looking at it like, you know what, man, this shit is corny. I'm tired. I want some hardcore wrestling, man. And that shit worked in the beginning. You know what I mean? Because that's basically their niche. But at the end of the day, like Punk says, you have to make money. You can't just because the money brings everything else, the production value, bigger venues, everything, bigger live events, bigger marketability for the wrestlers. You know, if
Mm-hmm.
you're just putting on good matches for the sake of it, it's not bringing nothing in. Like Punk said, if wrestlers nowadays got paid based off the gate, it'd be pretty effed up. That's why you got to be thankful for Tony Khan, someone who's rich out the ass who can afford to give out these little guaranteed contracts. And he's starting to get
Right.
smarter anyway. He's firing a few folks who he feels not helping the company out. But you know, they felt like WWE was corny. And now WWE is showing how you're supposed to do it. You know, good
Mm-hmm.
wrestling mixed with great storylines. And now AEW is a little lost because AEW be trying to look like WWE sometimes, always mentioning them,
Yeah.
doing their little bit of sports entertainment stuff that they said they would never do, but they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're contradicting themselves a little bit, but they're not getting the success. So they still like to hold on to that real wrestling, the real wrestlers go.
Mm-hmm.
The WWE is the big time, no matter how you slice it, no matter how you cut it.
Mm-hmm. No,
That's
I agree.
professional wrestling. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's the arrogance for me. It's the
Yeah.
arrogance for me. I really believe AEW would be prospering right now. Not neck and neck, but just would be a great alternative with no real backlash if they was just a little more humble. I'm speaking about Tony Khan. He has too much of a gripe with WWE. He wanted it to be competition right from the start, bro. You cannot beat a giant that's been around for years and
Mm-hmm.
think within 6 years you was just going to match that regardless of who you had. You can have every indie darling in the world.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And now they are realizing that. They're realizing it. And now nobody saw Cody Rhodes coming back being as over as he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's the WWE champion now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's kicking it. Trust me, they are feeling that shit, bro.
No, yeah, dude. And they're they're like you said, they're kind of shifting more into they're trying to do more storylines now, more
They have
storytelling.
to. They have
Yeah,
to. If they want to stick around for real, they have to.
right. So we got backlash coming up
Yes,
tomorrow
sir.
morning.
Tomorrow.
SmackDown already went down, already took place, and I'm gonna watch it later on. They don't show it, at least over here in the West Coast. They're not gonna show it for another couple hours.
Okay.
Um, so you looking forward to backlash tomorrow? You're gonna jump on that?
Yeah, it's pretty predictable though. You know, but being predictable isn't always a bad thing. You know, as long
Yeah,
as they just keep the storyline going. This is a soap opera. The wins
right.
and losses mean something, but it's not like everything. So, the only thing that's not predictable is maybe the women's championship,
Which
because
is
I
that the
know for a
Bailey
fact
one?
Naomi is with Bailey and Tiffany and Naomi, triple threat.
Oh yeah, okay.
I know Naomi is not gonna win it, but I love Bailey, but I don't really think she's a strong champion. I think Tiffany is on such a they got that rocket ship behind her so crazy. I don't know. They
Yeah,
may
she's
give that
over
thing
as
to her.
fuck.
Yeah, they
She
may
came
they
in
may give that thing to her.
she came in hot, dude. She was like,
Hmm.
man, people were so pumped for Tiffany Stratton. And dude, even when I saw her in NXT, I don't really watch NXT that much.
Yeah, me
But when
either.
I saw her on NXT, I was like, damn, this girl can go. She got the look, that WWE likes.
Hmm. And she
Ooh,
could go in
excuse
the
me.
ring too. She
Yeah.
could go in the ring. Like I said, it's both. It's both. She could go in the ring and has a dope character. That's
Yeah.
what it's about. And that's what it's about, man.
And she's getting over, so I had no idea that was even a triple threat match, but now that you mention it, yeah, you're right. That is
Hmm.
gonna be a good match. I don't know about Bailey losing though, because I think it's way too soon.
Too
She just
early,
got the
right?
title.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You see, because what I noticed about the WWE, this new Triple H regime, WWE,
Mhm.
they like to throw people off. They Triple H is very aware of the smart fans.
He
You know what
listens.
I mean? He listens, and I know they don't really like when the smart fans know what's going on. I mean, we all know Cody was going to finish the story. That's just like too obvious. But like with other little mid storylines and stuff, I think they like to throw the curve sometimes. And even
Hmm.
though Bailey just got it, she was a champion before.
Hmm. A
It
few times,
she
yeah.
could, yeah. So this could be a situation where Tiffany wins it, and Bailey has to claw back to get it back, or whatever. But I'm about 50-50 with it. Bailey winning and Tiffany.
Yeah, for
Hell,
sure.
they
I
may throw
I kind of
Naomi.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's a tough one, man. Imagine if
That's a
Naomi won
small.
it though. Imagine if she did though. I
She
think the
was a
people would
champion
fall
also.
behind it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
she was a champion also. People are forgetting, you know. So yeah, so that match right there, we'll see about that. We'll
yeah.
see.
I mean, you got me more hyped up for that match than like any of the other ones because you're like the other ones. I kind of looked over them a little bit, and yeah,
Like the
man, they
tag,
were
like the tag team championship with Bianca and Jade. I mean, that's obvious unless
new
some
champions,
sort of
right?
yeah. But that's the setup. All this is all pieces
Hmm.
for that feud. Jade Cargill would not stay friends with Bianca Belair.
Right,
They're going to
right.
accomplish. They are going to accomplish a lot together because
Yeah, I
they're so
think.
similar,
Yeah, I
and
think
Jade
with
is going to turn on her.
yeah, I think eventually because that would be a dope ass match. But right now, I think they're still kind of like doing some training, some like TV
Yeah,
training, if
no
that
time.
makes
So
sense.
right, absolutely, yeah. Because she's really still the small doses I've seen her. She's still a little green. And if
Hmm.
you wanted to have these big time matches with like a Bianca Belair, she has to be ready. So, but the good thing about them, they could continue taking their time because she's still presented in such a dope way. And now with Bianca, because that's pretty much why they probably winning the tag team champions, so she don't have to do too much on her own.
Exactly.
And she can
Yeah.
also learn as she's
Yup.
going along.
Yup.
And when she's
Exactly.
ready, they'll probably hit the switch for the turn.
Yep. That's what I think is gonna
Maybe
happen for
Vegas or
sure.
something. Yeah.
Well, cool. I want to talk about the injury list real quick because it
Okay.
seems to be getting bigger and bigger as the weeks go by. Rhea Ripley had to relinquish. Even Drew McIntyre had to relinquish.
You just got lost for a quick sec. Are you with me?
Yeah,
All right.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's good. I'll edit that out. But Dominic Mysterio, I didn't even know how he got injured. I just saw him show up and he was wearing a
Yeah, me either with
sling.
a sling, right? Yeah.
Did you know how that was where that was from? Did you catch
No,
that?
no,
Okay.
not at all.
So I guess
But they said
let me
if they
see
said if
here.
yeah, Andrade had a match with him or something like
Oh, was
that.
it versus Andrade? Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Andrade must have heard. It must have been a house show or something.
Okay. So the good thing is like they're still WWE is still keeping Dom on television, unlike Rhea Ripley and some of the other people that got injured. So I'm guessing this injury with Dom is not as serious, or else I wouldn't keep him on TV. And yeah,
Right.
you're right. And yeah, you're right. This injury happened with the match versus Andrade, April 15th, and it was described as a freak accident. And he's doing some physical therapy, and he should be back in the ring from 6 to 8 weeks.
Mm,
So
cool.
that's yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think the reasoning for that is because Dom is just such a great heel, and even though he's a star, he's not like a main eventer. So him on TV with the sling and everything still works for his character because he's such a swarmy little heel. Rhea, for
Mm-hmm.
instance, they want this baby face run. So when she returns,
Mm,
everybody
yeah, I can
already
see that.
knows she's 100% face. So you keep out for a little bit so we can miss her some more. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Especially with an injury. So now that's people, concerned. So when she shows up, she's going to be the top female baby face. It's the
damn
similar same thing with Roman.
Heal, heal. Stop making sense, bro. You making too much sense right now, bro.
Yeah,
Stop
man.
it.
Yeah,
Nah, that's
telling you.
true, man. Yeah, Rhea Ripley, the people love her, man. And the people just they love to hate on Dom. So more heat on Dom.
Absolutely.
How can we miss you if you're not gone type of thing for Rhea Ripley.
Dom is one of the rare characters where he just needs to be seen. He doesn't even have to say anything. They do a backstage segment and he's just right there with the sling and his mustache with his mullet. That's it. The crowd is happy. Oh, they go Dom. Boo!
Oh
That's
yeah,
it.
dude.
He
Have
doesn't
you
have
ever
to do much.
have you ever been to a live show with Dom in the arena?
Oh, not with Dom.
Dude,
Not with Dom.
those are not piped in noises, dude.
They
I'll
not.
tell you that, dude. It's fucking loud, dude. Those boos for Dom, it's loud as fuck, dude. So there was people saying, "Oh, those are piped in noises," and I went on my machine. I got on
Mm-hmm.
Twitter and I was like, "Listen, people, that's real. It gets
No,
hella
Dom
loud
is
for that fool."
Dom is. Oh, I love when you just get organically over without really like trying too hard. Like I just love it. No one's seen it
Mm.
coming with Dom. No one's seen that coming.
No, dude.
The fact that he really established himself, and you know how hard for that is. Like with a father that he has,
Yeah,
even though
dude.
he's Ray's son, but he's completely his own thing apart from Ray. So when it's all said and done for him, it's going to be just for him, Judgment Day or whatever he has. Because I think he has the star power to be in another faction and run it without
Oh
even being
shit.
without being a top wrestler.
I'd go for that, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be down
he's
for
like
that.
that now. He can, and you see what he's doing. You see what's going on now. I know you
The
caught him
Liv
sneaking
Morgan
with
thing.
Liv.
Oh, that dirty dog. Oh
All
man.
that's Dom is and Damien is the champion. So the Judgment Day may just
Oh my
start
god. When I
blowing up
saw that,
within.
dude, when I saw that, I was like, man, that shit is
Dom,
perfect, bro. They don't call him Dirty Dumb for nothing,
Dom for
bro.
nothing.
Can you imagine that? Hey, and that'll also turn Rhea babyface, bro. Like, oh,
That's when they planting all the perfect seeds,
Dom
all the
did Rhea
perfect seeds.
dirty. That fool did
Yes.
her dirty with that devilish woman, Liv Morgan. Let the
How do you
drama
feel
begin,
about
bro.
Liv? Do you
Oh,
like Liv Morgan as
I
a?
can't stand her, bro. No, I
Me
don't.
either.
Nope, I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I understand the hype. I mean, it's for the teenage boys, for the little high school crushes
Right.
or even like the older fucking lonely dudes that watch it, but
Right. It's
yeah, dude.
she just doesn't do it. It's like I mean, yeah, she's good on the eyes, obviously, but
That's it.
that's just it. Like, and you can see that she tries. She tries to put on that real serious, like, no, I'm gonna fight this. I'm gonna get it. It just don't never hit for me. I just like, please get off the screen, bro.
Mhm.
Not
No, it
against
does.
Rhea, bro. I don't. Not against Rhea. Rhea is like a little lesser version of Roman. Her rise in character. What woman really gonna beat Rhea if it's not Charlotte? It's the only person I could think of, or Bianca.
Jade or Bianca.
If Jade really reaches her potential, Jade could beat everyone if she reaches the potential. She has to have a good match first, so the WWE audience could really say she's the real deal. They playing it safe as of now. You know how it's going to
Mhm.
go when she finally does have that big match. If she botch a few times, you already know how it's going to be.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah,
she
for
hurts
sure.
someone like Naya used to do. I think Naya now is starting to be safe and starting to be a real good team player. But before, she had a real
She was
reputation
hella
for hurting these
reckless.
chicks. Right. And Jay looks like that a little bit because she's so naturally bigger than most of these women. When she throws that kick, bro, I'm like, oh man,
It looks pretty vicious, dude.
yeah, Jade is a big woman, man. But I love her though. I hope everything turns out the way it's supposed to. Because I knew from
Yeah.
the jump she wasn't meant to be in AEW.
No, yeah, dude.
And
There's a few people over there that I'm like, I'm just waiting to see them make that jump. Like he's gonna be one of the ones to make the jump eventually.
but well, he pretty much already did because even while in AEW, he's always traveling with someone that's in the WWE into their facilities or training with them or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say I'm low on Ricky Starks because I watched his promo work. I watched some of his matches. He does have that cool look, but it's kind of cookie cutter to me.
Mm.
Like I done seen this stick before. So if he does show up, he's gonna have to show me. just a little bit more than the snarky promo, the
Yeah,
but he still has time. He still has time. I don't hate the guy. I don't hate the
yeah,
guy, but he's not really as authentic. It's more so it's like an act to me. He's not as genuine. But compared to a lot of AEW, like he's dope.
yeah. I like Ricky Starks, and I think with the WWE presentation, like Jade Cargill, I think he'd really stand out.
See, that's
Um,
the thing, real quick. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut. That's the thing.
mhm,
Jade Cargill was such a just her look. You know the WWE had to come calling, and the WWE had to put her in a certain position because she looks that much of a star.
mhm,
Ricky Starks is off potential.
mhm.
You just look at Jade Cargill like, no, we can't put this chick in the mid card. No, we just gonna train. We have to present her as a big time woman. She looks too.
She's
She's
just a
got too many boxes checked.
yeah. She's
She
just a
literally looks
star,
like she's drawn from a comic book. Literally,
right?
literally, she looks like Storm from the X-Men. You know
Mhm,
what I'm saying? Ricky Starks, not so much. So, like you said, with the production value with the WWE have to be really behind him, or
yeah,
he's gonna have to pull a LA Knight, and that's hard to
mhm,
do. Everybody can't do that.
yeah,
WWE give you shit and you turn it into lemonade or whatever. That's hard to do. You gotta
yeah,
have real
dude.
talent for that.
Yeah, there's only a few, man. Dom was one of them. Just going back to
Uh,
Dom real quick, because when he first started, man, I was just like, dude, get this
it
fool
was
off my
cringe.
screen,
Yes,
right?
his face, everything. I'm just like, oh man, this is not gonna work.
This is
And
just
even when he
Ray's
first turned
kid.
on Ray, but he got on quick. The
Talk about
mullet,
a whole
the
360, dude.
60, and that's what I love about wrestling. That's the dopeness of wrestling. Because even as a
Mhm.
kid, I love that the evolution. Watching someone start out one way and end up this way, and you don't even see it coming. Like Austin and The Rock, like
Mhm.
just watching Rhea Ripley, how she came in real pretty, slowly transitioned to The Rock, but still was pretty to the complete gothic, sexy,
Yeah, like
badass,
maturing into their own
maturing,
fucking yeah.
and I love that, bro. That's what makes wrestling the shit. Shawn Michaels, another one, just turned
Mhm.
on Marty and just turned into the sexy boy and been him ever since. It's just
It's crazy.
that's what make wrestling, man.
Well, let's talk
Drew,
about let's talk. Yeah, that's another one too. But unfortunately, not everything is all rainbows and unicorns in wrestling. There's some bad news that seem to be coming out more and more. Well, it depends who you ask. More names have been released from the WWE today. But
mm,
some of these names, I don't know about you, man, but I'm not very familiar with any of these people that were released today from the WWE.
I know Cameron Grimes,
Mm.
Gender, Sia Lee. The rest of them, I don't know. I believe they're from NXT.
Yeah, so
And
the
I
ones
did.
from the ones from today were from, I believe, just NXT. Just from today, there was people Ezekiel Belugan. I'm totally butchering that.
Yeah,
Julian
yeah.
Baldy, Trey Berryhill, Emma Ria Diaz, and Valentina Feroz. That one sounds familiar. Oh
Mm.
no, I'm sorry. No, she's still there. No. So Emma Diaz was in WWE Next Gen along with Valentina Feroz, Drew Gulak, and some of the other names. But yeah, some of those names I'm not familiar with. So
Right. Listen, man. The game is getting, especially now with the new TV deal. NXT is moving to what, USA, I believe, or is it channel? You
uh
they going
the
to a new state. They got a
CW.
new TV deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
the CW. So they basically are just cutting bait, because we're going to start seeing a bigger focus on NXT guys. Because I think this is the transition into turning NXT to an actual brand, along with Raw and SmackDown. I think they're gonna. I mean, it's still gonna be the young guys, but with the new TV deal, it's gonna be they're gonna be presenting the young guys that I believe that they feel are ready, that could potentially just jump ship to the main roster because they already have main roster guys going to NXT. So I believe they're already setting up the mix up. Like they had the Final Testament beating up some dudes over there and everything. So I think once they get that TV deal, you're going to see a whole lot more of that.
Yeah.
And I think NXT
Try
is
to
just
get
going to
more
grow.
eyes over there. Like even the Good Brothers. Do they even go by the Good Brothers still? Uh,
Um,
AJ
uh,
Styles team. Uh,
Luke and God damn, Carl.
Anderson.
Yeah,
Carl
Carl
Anderson. There you go.
Anderson.
They were
Yeah,
down there on NXT too for a little bit.
yeah, and I forgot. Didn't AJ turned on him? Didn't he?
It looked like he was about to. He just like smacked him around a little bit, but I don't think anything happened.
I don't know. You get smacked around. I mean, I don't know. AJ looked like he's on some whole other shit right now. I don't know if he's gonna use these guys again. They may be on the chopping block for the next round.
Right.
I mean, I think the Good Brothers. I love
They're
Luke.
good, man.
They are good. They are good. I love Luke, man. I remember Luke was freaking Festus, man.
Festus.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I love Luke, but like I said before, the game is growing with the young wrestlers and the older wrestlers. You gotta be that guy. It's looking like going forward with Vince gone and Endeavor and TKO taking charge. I think they move in such a more business mindset where they want everyone ready, and not
Mm-hmm.
saying they're not ready because they are good because they're veterans. And you definitely need veterans in the locker room and just to have matches with younger people. But I just think character wise, I'm gonna just always go back to character. I think it's just
That's
done.
what it comes down to.
Yeah,
That's what it comes
I
down to,
think they
man.
had they had their run, you know. But if they decide to
The
keep them around as vets to, you know, put over the young talent, that's a great thing also.
right. Well, man, we'll see what happens with the WWE, man. It just seems like every week there's just more and more people getting released, and
Yeah.
I mean it's understandable. It sucks for them, but also, I mean, it's gonna sound shitty, but that's a good thing for us viewers because it's less people that we have to keep track of. Like, oh, who's this person? Who's going
Yeah,
on
because
with
that's what
them?
it because you
Hmm.
remember when we were young, the roster wasn't so I mean, like, damn, it's so
Hmm.
many people on the roster. Sometimes it's just hard to keep up with everyone. But I think that's a great thing for the wrestlers and us. Because if you really true, like a la Drew McIntyre and certain people, like if you really get fired, this is your chance to really, especially when the scape of wrestling now with AEW and TNA and WA and stuff, you can really
Yeah,
try
you
some
can
things out, man,
you can
that you
try
probably
new
wouldn't even be
things.
able to do. Because this is because you're in the WWE, you like, all right, that's the WWE. So that's a milestone. You basically made it, you know. But because it's the WWE and it's such a high value company, business oriented company, you don't have the freedom that you always want.
Exactly. Yeah.
So as a wrestler, you could have the highest potential, but if the WWE don't see you like that, you won't even get that chance to show the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, getting fired, you have to look at it like that and just
I
and just
got my
go
creative
for it.
freedom back. I can go do
Yes.
whatever I want.
And with
If I
social media and everything, like, come on. You
Yeah,
got you gotta make it work.
hell yeah. That's a good point. See, now I don't feel as bad now.
You shouldn't, man. You really shouldn't, man. Because look at Drew McIntyre. Like when he got fired, he was Vince's golden boy. He gets fired. He goes to TNA, grows the hair on his fucking chest, grows the fucking beard, and turns into the fucking dude that we see now.
Yeah, he got
On
bigger
his own.
too. That dude
He
got
got
yoked
bigger.
out there.
That was him being hungry, showing like, all right, I'm gonna show you.
Mm.
And it works. Because the WWE is always watching. That's another good thing. Just because you're fired, they still always watching.
Right.
Like Mustafa Ali. I don't think he's really doing too much, but I respect what he's doing and what he's trying to do
Right.
as he's released right now. I like the little the presidential whole situation. It's cool. He's betting on himself, like how Cody did.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what you have to do, whether it
Matt
takes a year,
Cardona
2 years.
too,
He,
killing it.
you totally you just called him Matt Cardona. Nobody call him Zach no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
True,
saying?
bro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Nobody
yeah.
calls him Zach no more
I
because
hella forgot. I hella forgot about that
yeah,
name, bro. He's Matt Cardona.
right.
Yeah,
He
that's hella
totally
crazy.
switched that away. Everybody want you know about Zach Ryder. No, nobody even call him Zach Ryder no more because he's Matt
I
Cardona now.
forgot who was talking about that. I think it was like Booker T or like Mick Foley or some one of those legend dudes. They're like, oh, if they bring him back to the WWE, he's not coming back as fucking Zack Ryder. He can't.
Ryder. He
He
can't.
can't.
But that's where the flip side is.
It's
It goes
tough,
both
man.
ways. It goes both ways with the WWE because it's like he still as popular as fuck as Zack Ryder. So it will be hard for him to just show up as Matt Cardona and have fans like that's Zack Ryder. You know what
Right.
I mean? They tried that shit. It's like with remember fucking Tensai
Yeah,
when he was
dude.
Albert.
Yep.
He was the fucking man in New Japan. He was dead serious to the point where it's like, no, we're gonna bring him in as that because they thinking the fans is just gonna lock in. But they was
And
calling him
for
Albert and shit.
yeah,
And Zack
TNA,
Ryder
bro.
was such and Zack Ryder was such a charismatic character. You fuck around, all it takes is one chant while he's
Yep.
fighting on some serious shit. We used to say, woo
Woo woo
woo,
woo.
you know it. That's all it takes, bro. And then turn his ass right back to Zach or he's fired again.
Yeah,
Unless he comes
bro.
in as Matt Cardona and really convince the people that this is me, this is who I am now, like
Yeah.
LA Knight.
And this dude that just came back to NXT not that long ago, he came back as his old WWE. No, he didn't. I think he got to keep his name. The 10. He was
Oh yeah, Ty Dillinger.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
he had a different name.
He sucked always. I'm not gonna say he sucked, but he was just mid. He never nothing really stood out with him.
Fuck,
But
I can't remember if he came back as did he come back as Dillinger or did he come back as like his real name? I can't remember. I think he came back with his real name.
he did.
But yeah, here, let me look it up because this shit's gonna bother me. Uh
What was his name in AEW? Was it Ty something else?
oh man, I can't see. I don't even remember, dude, because that's how like he wasn't even that. So he was
he yeah, he
Ty Dillinger, NXT return. Cause
I think he just missed his potential. Like his first run at NXT, I remember him having some real
so he was Sean
people was backing him.
Spears.
Sean Spears. Yes.
He was Sean Spears, and sorry, go ahead. I'm gonna keep looking for
No,
this.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm like, yeah, that's his name, Sean Spears. I forgot his name also. Yeah, he just mid though. And
Yeah,
even with his return, he returned for a while now. It's no real fan factor. See, the WWE, we in a different era. Like, you know, if it's no engagement with your return, they not gonna go hard with the push, bro.
yeah, and
You know,
because it's like a probably because it's like a NXT thing, they let him keep his name because yeah, he was
yeah.
Ty Dillinger, and then when he came back on NXT, he came back as Sean Spears. So it could
Oh,
be
Sean
that
Spears must be his real name or something.
Sean
Yeah, maybe
Spears
that's
was
what
his
it is.
name in AEW too.
AW.
So I thought that was crazy that they, but man, but Matt Cardona, he's no Matt Cardona, so I don't know. I think
I
it's only a
think he's
matter of
gonna come
time.
back eventually. Yeah, he's gonna come back eventually. You know, we got the Royal Rumble next year. You know, we need new stories with how CM Punk returned and Cody winning. Like they have to keep this shit up. They have to keep it hot and unpredictable. And Matt Cardona definitely is one of the ones out there that'll make some noise. You could definitely see him in the mid card. IC title, come
Yeah,
attack
dude.
Sammy ass or some shit,
I
throw him
I
through a
think the
few
people
fucking
would love
tables.
that. The people would love
Yeah,
that because he had his WrestleMania moment a few years back where he won that IC title, but then he lost it the next day. I'm pretty sure that was him. And I
yeah,
was like, fuck, that was dirty. They did him dirty like that.
yeah. And they
So
could
if they
play on
bring him
that.
back,
That's a
yeah, if they bring him back and put him in that IC title run, I mean, that would be that can draw, I
yeah,
think.
absolutely. But, and his girl is there. Everyone loves Chelsea. You could put her in a mix in some way, and and make it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have a quick. I don't mean to throw you off, but I was thinking about this because I was playing 2K24.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Ricochet.
Mhm.
I think Ricochet can use a nice heel run, and the way he could use it, because he's not really like a badass character when he speaks. I think he could do it using Samantha. Like
Yeah.
one day come out, lose this match, be so frustrated. Samantha, we going home. Samantha, like, no, I gotta stay in. No. We going home,
Yeah.
and she just follows him because they married. So it's like she just follows him, and then
Yeah, they can
they
do
probably just
something
start
with
butting
that.
like, holy shit, like what the fuck is on
They could
Ricochet?
do something with that because the people love that girl. The people love Samantha. Like that girl is over as like the most any ring announcer has ever been over
Ever.
ever, I think. So they
She
could
gets to
definitely
announce
do
in the way she wants. She has like a total freedom that the ring announcers never had. Michael
yeah, he
Buffer
could
showing her respect.
yeah, Ricochet maybe can be that like controlling, jealous
Yeah,
husband,
without
but
looking abusive, but like just a little controlling
that's what
to
I was
where,
gonna
where the
say.
fans
Like,
is like the fans
I
is like,
don't know
hold
if we
up.
can we still do that nowadays? Like, I don't know if that's
Probably not because Samantha is so loved. Just him doing anything probably just remotely involved in that type of. They probably were like, nah, we can't do that. But I just think Ricochet can use a nice heel run. I think he could. You know, he's too
he
cheesy as a
needs
babyface.
something, dude. Yeah.
As great as he is in the ring, he needs something
And
else
that's
to latch
cool.
on. So
And that's cool, but like, man, he needs something, man. He needs something else than just being able to do all these crazy moves.
right, right, because at this point he could be in AEW, but he's better than all the dudes in AEW. That's why the WWE would never get rid of him because at the end of the day, you still need a little. I don't like all the spot matches, but every now and then a good WWE spot match is fine. And
Yeah,
someone like Ricochet,
like a filler
you
match.
know, yeah, filler match him or Carmelo. It's no mind. I don't
I,
mind that at all.
yeah, I think that's why they got him, and they got Dragon Lee and guys like that. Um, yeah, just to put on those spots.
Yeah,
But
Dragon
yeah,
Lee's
man.
cool.
All right, let's
Dragon Lee's
let's
cool.
let's switch on. Let's go. Let's head over to the other side on AEW. Now
Let's do it.
I know you still know a lot about AEW even though you don't
Yeah,
watch as much. So
yeah.
excuse me. So Tony Khan, of course, we got to talk about Tony Khan. We can't have an episode without talking about Tony Khan. So he's injured. He got hit with the excuse me, with a
Pile
big,
driver.
massive pile driver, the worst, the most fierce pile driver in history. I don't know how he survived that, but he did an interview with TMZ recently, and Tony Khan expressed enthusiasm about a potential crossover between his Jaguars and the AEW. So pretty much saying like, you got attacked by your EVPs, these evil, big, bad, evil heels, wrestling heels, quote unquote. So what if
Right.
Tony Khan showed up with like three or four of his Jaguar players, some
Jaguar.
big ass fools, and he's like, "All right, motherfucker, what's up now to the elite?"
Uh, that could be fucking genius if done right. And so far, I do love that angle. with him in a neck brace because the draft being right around the corner and him being in the war room with the neck brace, that was fucking great. That was awesome. But it
Hmm.
depends on who he gets because it'd be kind of like a situation in WrestleMania when like we didn't know who the fuck were these guys in the mask, and then it ended up being Kelsey's brother and the other guy from the fucking Eagles and shit. If he just pulls up with two Joe Schmo Jaguars, it's not going to mean much to the AEW crowd against the fucking elite. Now, if he showed up with two big dogs that we know from another team or whatever because it's NFL affiliations, I think that'll work. But just off the
And
bat, he's not going to pull up.
it'll probably have to be at Daly's place too in Jacksonville in order for it to make sense, right?
All right, now that you put it, if it was in Dallas place, maybe because they're in Jacksonville. But I don't even know if the AEW fan base is hit to the Jaguars. That AEW fan base is a real.
True.
That fan base is
They're
strictly
strictly AEW.
yeah, strictly AEW wrestling at that. So
Yep.
but the fact that he's really the son of an owner and he's really affiliated with the NFL is a great thing. They could still do some dope things if they get other players because the WWE still fucking Mahomes was on SmackDown last Friday and he did a
You're
little
on
face
Raw.
off
Yeah.
with his two teammates against Braun. So that shit already been kind of done, sort of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they're gonna have to come correct, they're gonna have to top Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes and the fucking champions, unless he
WWE
pull up
said,
with
"Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence.
you can wear your neck brace at the draft, but we're gonna have the Super Bowl winners, the best quarterback in the league, come on
And
down
we're
to
gonna
our
punch
show
JD McDonald with his 3 fucking rings at that.
with the rings."
You know what I'm
I know. I
saying?
kind of saw that. I saw that as like, all right, you can you. I'll give you that, but look at what we did. Look at what we can do too.
Listen, Tony
Oh
Khan's
man,
money is long, but the WWE just has the cachet. Because even like, think about it, a player like Patrick Mahomes, he done grew up when he was a young, probably was watching Stone Cold and The Rock. Which
yeah,
wrestling company you think would he want to show up to unless they paid him a shitload of money? Pat wanted to
exactly.
be there. It's not forced. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll show up
Yeah,
with Logan. Why not? We the champions. Let's have some fun.
hell
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah, the him and probably Snoop. He's still doing it. Although I think Snoop did do
Snoop
something with
plays both sides.
AEW.
He doesn't care.
Yeah,
He plays both sides because he's a
y-
wrestling fan.
yeah,
And he's so big, no side is going to tell Snoop, oh, you mess with them? We ain't messing with you now. Snoop
right.
brings a whole other demographic, to go on top of the crazy demographics that they had on both sides. Like you saw him and Shaq, because Shaq was working with both of them also.
Yeah,
And they're real wrestling fans. So that's the thing. When you're a real wrestling fan, you can't sway and tell I want to be in WrestleMania. You're not going to tell me I can't be at WrestleMania because I just was on Dynamite.
no,
And you're
fuck
not going
that.
to tell me I can't go on Dynamite because my cousin's on there because I just was on WrestleMania. I'm Snoop Dogg. So it's like
Yeah,
you just
no. If they
do
tell
what you
you,
want.
"Hey, we want you for WrestleMania," you say you jump, and that's it. You don't ask no questions.
Absolutely.
It don't fucking matter.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Well, I got one last topic here I wanted to go over. Also AEW related, since we're on this topic with AEW. Ethan Page. What's your thoughts on Ethan Page?
Ethan Page. See, who is that? I don't know what that is.
So he's he was in AEW like since day one, since it first started. And
Really?
yeah, dude. But then like
He's
he
like a
they were
backstage
using
guy
him.
or a wrestler?
He was a wrestler, but like they stopped using him after like the first or second year of AEW. They stopped using him on screen, and I think they were just using him for like backstage work mostly. But there was like a time like around the second year, I think at one point he was an AEW tag team champion where he was starting to like show something. Like he had his own version of like a Razor Ramon gimmick, but without the accent. He would just wear like the
Okay.
like the clothes, like Razor Ramon, and he had like a good thing going, and then they just didn't really use him. Then Tony Khan bought Ring of Honor. Then they sent him to Ring of Honor,
Ring of Honor,
and yeah,
and he just
and he
died
was
there basically.
pretty much, and he just got released. They just released him from
Was he like
AEW.
crazy over? So he was like really over when he was doing this gimmick in the beginning. Was he, or was he not?
Nah, not really. Nah, not really. It was just one of those. He was kind of just lost in the shuffle, but I don't know, man. Like he had a good look. He had, the with the clothes that he was wearing, the way he was trying to do something different, and they just never gave him the time of day. It seemed like,
So he must just been a victim of being let go after that guaranteed contract or
yeah, it sounds
something.
like it.
Because in the beginning, I believe everybody received a guaranteed contract because that was the whole thing of AEW deferring from the WWE. Like, we're going to let guys
Yeah,
actually live out their contract. So he probably got lost in the shuffle, but still was on the contract. And
yeah. He probably realized, like, yo, like Tony Khan is not fucking with me because this article says that Page expressed a desire to leave as early as February of this year. As of now, it's unclear what the fuck. How, I don't even know how to say that fucking word. Impetus for the request was. So yeah, man. And that was another guy too. I think he could be kind of like one of the goofy wrestlers that you see in AEW, like the ones that
okay,
kind of like a Orange Cassidy. It's like a
okay.
kind of like a joke, but also if he's serious, he can do this shit for real. So I don't know.
But you
Maybe,
also know
hopefully,
how,
yeah.
but AEW was also basically ran sort of like how the Click ran the Attitude Era. So I guess like if the Elite and then wasn't really, if he wasn't a part of the plans that they had, because we're talking about the beginning stages of AEW now.
Hmm.
So the beginning stages, I'm pretty sure they had set who they wanted to be where, and you know what I mean. So he probably just, I never even heard of the guy though, but no disrespect to him.
Hmm.
He seems like a young guy. Hopefully, he finds another home.
Yeah, like
But
NXT. I'd
he
like to
has a
see
great
him in
look though. He doesn't
NXT.
look like a clown.
Nah, he's
I
good,
like his look
dude.
though.
And he
Yeah, he
can
has a good
talk.
look. Look at
He
him.
can talk. He can be a real dickish heel. So I was really surprised by that one. So
I can see they
hopefully
pick him up. Yeah,
that'd be cool, man. I'd like to see him on NXT. But yeah, man, that's what we got. That's what we had going on for today, man. I learned a lot from you today, man.
man.
We talked
Likewise,
about
bro.
Cody. We
Likewise.
talked we talked about Cody. We talked about a lot more than what we had planned, man. And this fucking hour just flew by. So thank you for that.
Oh man. Yeah,
That
thank
shit was
you.
that shit was dope, man. Tell the people one last time where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me on X, Twitter, and TikTok at the Hill 916. Again, X, Twitter, and TikTok. YouTube, the Hill 916.
And my name is Edgar. This was Snug Wrestling, and we'll talk soon.
My man.